Hello and welcome back to Kinpins. It is the last Thursday in October, which means this is the last of our spooky videos until next year. And today I have something for you that's a little bit different. This isn't something that I found on Pinterest that is an actual instructions for a craft. The original picture that I saw on Pinterest actually links to an Etsy page where you can just buy it. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but I was like, you know what? Let's try it anyway. But before we get all into that, this cup, am I right? This is my final spooky cup for the season, and it lights up, and wait for it. So yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Hope y'all enjoy it. I won it from the arcade because I really cashed in a lot of tickets. Really missed the arcade, but you know, that's fine. It'll be back. So, like I was saying, this isn't necessarily like something that I found on Pinterest that has step-by-step instructions. I probably could have dug and found some instructions for you, but meh, we're gonna wing it. What I originally saw was a cauldron and was all like bubbling up with all of these baubles. I couldn't freaking find a cauldron this year. I probably could have ordered one on Amazon, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that was difficult. And then finding the right colors of ball ornaments, that was also very difficult. What I did instead was I got a little pumpkin trick-or-treat bucket. I cut it in half because this is essentially going to hang on your door. I painted it black. That's not working out great with this spray paint. I'm probably going to have to touch it up. I left the little handle on, but I think I'm going to have to temporarily take that off if I even can to put the baubles on. So we're going to just make this look like a bubbling pumpkin cauldron. Today's theme is winging it. I will list for you all of the things that I bought for this craft. And I'll also put it in the description because there is no pin to go back to look at the list. First thing I'm going to do, I cut out a little piece of a paper plate to put over this hole so that I had something to build my baubles upon. So I'm going to just start by gluing that in with the famous Target hot glue gun. We get the squeaky trigger yet again. Hope y'all are ready for that. So yeah, something to build upon. Now what I have here is a bunch of different size, different colored baubles. I tried to avoid Christmas colors. The baubles were a real pain to find the right colors. These and these I actually painted from different colored ones. So that was the biggest challenge of this. Not being able to find the cauldron and not being able to really find the right Christmas ball ornaments. I guess Halloween ball ornaments? I was kind of surprised because I see a lot of crafts that are like using things like this, like wreaths and whatnot. So yeah, that's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this piece as much as I can and just start gluing these bad boys on. I'm going to start with these two big ones and see if I can layer in some of these smaller ones. And again, just see how it goes. This is a real see how it goes kind of craft because I don't have any instructions to tell me how it should go. Oh hey, while I'm doing this, I have another TV show that I want to tell you about. It's called The Boys. The Boys is an Amazon Prime original. It is based off a comic book written by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. And it has been adapted for Amazon by Eric Kripke. And the premise of the show is, what if superheroes were real? And further than that, how would they really act as flawed humans? You know, all the comic books have always been In a perfect world, Superman is just... Technically, Superman is not a human, but you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? So it mostly follows the Seven, which are a group of 7 superheroes. All the superheroes are kind of owned by this company named Vought, and Vought will essentially lease them out to cities to keep that city safe, which is all a little corrupt, because obviously cities who don't have the millions of dollars to pay to Vought don't get a superhero. So we start off with the Seven, and the Seven's new member, Starlight, who has no idea that basically superheroes are it's just to make money, not to actually save people. She genuinely wants to save people. So Starlight is a new member of the Seven to replace Lamplighter. Lamplighter has retired, and so you follow that, but it's also following Huey, and he starts out with his girlfriend Robin, who is killed in a tragic accident. I'm not giving anything away. That's literally the first episode. And Huey is played by Jack Quaid, who is Meg Ryan, and is it Jack? What the heck is his dad's name? Dennis Quaid's son. It looks just like him. Like, picture mixing Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's faces together, and you've got Jack Quaid. He's great in it. He plays Huey, and he kind of starts off as the morning boyfriend of Robin, and that kind of gets him in with the boys, essentially. Because you come to find out that Vought isn't all about people and saving people. They're about money. Shocker. So they just want to pay him off and not, tell anybody that Robin's death was because of an accident with a superhero. And they have, you find out through the series, like, that's nothing new. There's been tons of cases like this with the superheroes. Collateral damage in their eyes. And he meets Carl Urban, who plays Billy Butcher. And I just watched Hocus Pocus, because it's spooky season, guys. And that's, the zombie is William Butcher Sin. I was like, wonder if they watched Hocus Pocus before they created that character. And he's, rough and tumble, and he meets Huey, and he tells Huey that he can help him out. Uh-oh. Guys, this is already not going well. And it's really funny. It's also very sad in a very real and human way. It's also very gory. If you don't like gore, don't. And it's not like tons and tons, but like there are the tragic accident that Robin dies in. Basically, her whole body explodes, and they do not shy away from the effects on that. So y'all should know that. If you are not a fan of gore, this might be a little bit tough for you. But it's really funny. And then I also want to talk about Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr plays Homelander. And Homelander is terrifying. And Anthony Starr's performance in this show is just perfect. You're terrified of him. Because he's essentially, the Superman of the universe. Super powerful, laser eyes, X-ray vision, super hearing. He can fly. Obviously really strong. They're pretty much all very strong. But he's just, you get to know his character, and then you just start to feel more and more unsettled every scene that he's in. You're like, uh-oh, what's gonna happen here? So that his performance alone is worth watching the show for. But also Carl Urban, and I've been a Carl Urban fan, you know, dating back to Ghost Ship, even though I know Ghost Ship wasn't great. But Ghost Ship and obviously Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Always really liked Carl Urban. But it's full of excellent performances, really by the whole cast. Really interesting premise as well, and it has 2 seasons now. It just finished releasing season 2, and it's just good. It's good. I have not read the comics, but I have heard that the show kind of deviates from the comics pretty, like a lot. So if you're a fan of the comics and you just want your comic made into a TV show, probably not for you. Although that's the beauty of comics, is kind of always reinvent themselves, right? So yeah, that's The Boys. Go watch it. Streaming on Amazon Prime. Here are our baubles so far. I'm gonna keep gluing. We're just gonna keep going on it and see where we end up. Well, there we have it. I'm happy with all these bits that I've got on. I don't really feel like I need to add more. That was pretty quick. I did a couple steps before I started filming, so like the painting and the cutting of the pumpkin, because I thought I'd save some time on this video. So as y'all saw, I just kind of glued these around. Couple things to look out for. Sometimes like on these lower ones, you have to hold it until your glue dries more, or else it's just gonna fall off on you. And then you probably can't see it on camera, but up close in person, there's like some glue that you can see here. If I had other colors of smaller little baubles, I would probably put those over it, but I don't. And that brings me to the toughest part of recreating this, was finding the flippin' baubles. It was really hard, and I really tried to avoid just buying them on Amazon, and that's what I ended up having to do, was just buy a bunch of different ones on Amazon. It was tough because they gave you measurements, but it was kind of hard to keep track, like, oh, I've got this size and this tiny size and this medium size. I guess if you go in August, maybe you can get the Halloween colored baubles from Joann's. Joann's is the only store that I saw actually had them. Yeah. I mean, I like it. But save yourself the trouble and just buy it from the lady on Etsy. Or man, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the shop. Yeah. Just go buy this one, guys. Or maybe, like, be ready to do some more shopping around for your baubles. So, for my rating, likability, you know, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 because I do really like it. It was really easy. Once I had the supplies, it was all very easy to come together. So, gonna rate it 5 on likability. Following the instructions, I guess it gets a 0 because I didn't have any instructions. I was just winging it. But in terms of like how I thought this was gonna go in my head, pretty similar. Cost. This is where it goes down. I have not looked how much just buying this from the Etsy shop is, but I think I spent like $40 getting all these stupid baubles, and I have a ton of extra now, which I'll reuse for Christmas for a lot of these, but like I'm not gonna, well, maybe I will put black glittery ones on my Christmas tree. The eyeballs though, these are from the Dollar Tree, so that gets an A+ on cost. Yeah, I'll link the Etsy shop below. Just go buy that one. But this one's fun. I'm gonna hang it on the door. Yeah, I'm glad I did it because it was definitely one of those things that I saw and I was like, oh, I can make that. And I think I get that from my mom. Now, to tell you guys a little bit about my mom, she is a seamstress. There is not a thing in this world that this woman cannot make out of fabric. And so all growing up, we'd be in the stores and I'd see like this cool shirt or these cool pants or whatever, and I would hear, I can make that for you. However, Mom was very busy. So just because she could make it for me doesn't mean she had the time or would make it for me. Which I also learned probably around 4th grade. I was like, look, you say that all the time and we don't have the time. We don't have the time to do that. And that's okay. It's perfectly normal to not have the time to raise 3 children, work full time, and then also make all the clothing for your 3 children. But I think that really instilled in me this idea of, oh, I could totally make that. Why am I going to spend my money on it? This is why. The baubles, that's why. But at least now I know. Now I know, and I will not be tempted to just say, oh yeah, I'll just make that. That's fine. The one on Etsy is cuter than this. Definitely. Like, the creator knows what he or she is doing. So yeah, I would rate, overall rating, I guess a 6. I should probably start charting my ratings and seeing if I'm having any sort of consistency about how I feel. But yeah, that's this craft for today. Go watch The Boys. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Please subscribe. Comment below how you felt about any of these crafts throughout December or October. It's October. Let me know how you felt about the October videos. And, go enjoy your Halloween. This should be posted this Thursday before Halloween. Go make yourself some Monster Eye cookies. Mix up some Spooky Punch with or without alcohol, your choice. And, watch some movies. Get a candy delivery system. Make one of those for yourself. I have all of those videos on this channel for you to enjoy or to try to make these things yourself. And have a happy Halloween and a safe Halloween. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in November for more fun things. Bye!